Whenever you do something, you're always going to have your critics, and I don't pay attention to it at all. Um, I do what I do because I like to do it this way, and I just enjoy presenting this information and sharing stories that reinforce these concepts. And when you have really, really old stories that reinforce the concepts, and I don't see how I'm doing anything wrong. So when people criticize me, I'm okay with that. I just don't pay attention to it. There was somebody that was, I remember, I'm not going to say the name or anything, but somebody was talking about, oh, David, Jesus Christ, you talk every day you say duality, duality, duality. I'm tired of hearing that word. Which I find really funny because this that's basically what we encounter every day. We just don't know it. When we turn on the radio, for those of us that still listen to radios, you hear it in love songs. I can't live without you, and you're everything to me. You're my other half, and you complete me. These are all dualistic things. These are all showing dependency upon another for before happiness can happen, which is outside validation. Somebody requiring outside validation, somebody requiring validation for their existence. And this is going out there, looking out there and not from your sacred center. So that is duality when to talk like that. And so we encounter it as soon as we wake up. Whether if we watch a TV show, most likely it's going to be on there. We go outside, we're going to see it someplace. When we encounter civilization, we're going to see it someplace because duality is the foundation to Western civilization. It just is. And so you are going to encounter it. So the more you learn about it, you learn what it is, and you learn how to transform it to make it work for you. You can really live in this Western world in a very healthy way, and still, be at peace with yourself. You can still, accomplish a lot of healthy things in your life. But when you don't know what it is, you're going to get caught up into it, and it's going to appeal to you in some area in your life, and influence you to develop an addictive behavior concerning that. So it's good to know what it is. And in our ancient culture, we are nonlinear thinkers. We come back to something we've already learned to learn something new because we've changed during that time, since the time we first encountered that, whatever it was. That's nonlinear thinking. So we don't just go in one direction. So this is the foundation, the basis why I mention this every day. And I don't see it as a bad thing. Hey, somebody once said, the best way to defeat your enemy is to know how he thinks. Yeah, so you can anticipate every move. That's kind of what we're doing here, and we have to, know how it works, and what better way to do that than to be discussing that as much as possible. That's the way it is with anything that you learn. When you're learning some kind of concept for whatever topic, for whatever activity or situation, you will find that the more you talk about it, the more acquainted you become with it, the more familiar you get with it, and it just becomes a part of you until it becomes a natural thing. And it's no big deal. So when somebody says to me, David, you talk about duality way too much. That communication, whatever we say is the reflection of what's inside of us. So what this is telling me is that this lady is either a linear thinker, or she's in some kind of a denial, some kind of an emotional denial, and wants to move on from this. And see, the thing is that duality is just a part of everyday life. It's everywhere. So what's the problem of talking about it every day? As long as you learn from it, yeah. So that was one of the funny ones I got in the past, and and it doesn't bother me. It, I don't care. You can disagree with every single word that I say. That's not my concern. My concern is the message, and the message is founded upon ancient principles, and that's the reason for this show. Yeah, and all kinds of other reasons too. That it all comes down to living in a healthy way. It's not about, oh, which church should I join, or which philosophy is the best one. See, this is linear thinking. Which is the best? Which is the highest one? Which is the one where I can be a master? You see what I mean?